Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Types of function calls in C. Basically, there are two types of function calls in C, call by value and another is call by reference. Call by value means calling a function with the values of a variable. Okay, means we are passing values into the function calls. And another one is call by reference. We pass the address of a variable in the parameters of uh, we pass the address of a variable during the function call. While calling the function, we pass address of variable. Okay, that's why it is called call by reference or call by pointer. Okay, let me show you in the code. This is our code. I here uh, our function call by value, it has two parameters, num1 and num2. These are integer variables. Okay, here is our definition. In the definition, let me make changes here. We don't have to return anything. That's why I'm making the function of type void. Here is the definition of call by value function, and we are in the definition we are just incrementing the num1 by 10 and num2 by 15. Okay, num1 by 10, num2 by 15, and this is our message, values of num1 and num2. Before calling the function, we are printing num1 and num2, and then after call by value, we are printing num1 and num2. Okay, we are doing this to see what happens when we call a function by its value. Is values are values are changing? Are values changing or not? Okay, let's run the code and see what happens. Here you can see values of num1 and num2 are 10 and 15, and values of num1 and 2 are after call by value is 10 and 15, means it doesn't change, values are not changing. So this is call by value. If we want to change a value and want to use that value changing into the function of any value, and uh, want to the change valid until the throughout the program. If we want to use num1 and num2 in our whole program, and means if we modify here num1 and num2 and the value gets incremented in our whole program. This is the idea of this is the purpose of this code, and the purpose doesn't served. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are writing another function call by reference. Okay, here we are passing, it is a pointer num1, it is a pointer num2, and here I'm writing the definition of this function, and we are copying the same code here, just using pointers. I'm using pointers here. Okay, and I'm modifying, I'm calling it here call by reference. Okay, call that function call by reference, and when we have to, let me show you, we have to just pass with the referencing operator num1 and num2. Okay, we are passing just the address, means this is our formal variable num1. It is a pointer variable, means it equals the address of another variable. These are another variables. Okay, num1 value at this address. Suppose it has some address and we are changing the value at that address. We are not changing the parameters, we are just changing the value at that address. We can change it here to clarify. Don't get confused, these variables are different. Just I'm using A and B. A num. I'm changing the variables here. A and this is B. Here I'm printing A and B. Okay. Now let's run the code and see what happens. Here you can see it was called by value. Before we have values 10 and 15, and when we call the function by value, its value, call by value, values doesn't change. It is same as it was previous. Okay, but if we call by reference, values are changed. 10 is incremented by 10 and 15 is incremented by 15. That is, values are 20 and 30. Okay, means here we are passing the address at integer pointer num1. We are passing the address of A, and integer pointer num2 we are passing the address of B. This is how we do call by reference, means we are making changes in the values by calling the function by its address. Okay, we are not changing directly in the value. That's why changes becomes persistence. Okay, hope you understand the concept of call by value and call by reference. Okay. Thank you guys, thanks for watching. Happy coding.